Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome, and if you've been here before, welcome back. My name is Luz, and today's video we are going to be doing a project pan update. Last month I uploaded a video where I showed you 8 items that I'm trying to use up. I've made it a goal to not buy any makeup for the rest of 2018. Therefore, I'm making it a habit to use up the makeup that I already have. So let's get started and let me show you a few of the things that I am trying to use up, and let's see how far we've come on those items. The very first thing I have is the Anastasia Glow Kit. I plan on this just hitting pan on one item. As you can tell, I have not hit pan on any of these colors, so I'm still gonna keep it, continue using it, and I will see how long it takes for me to use up this. This is such a beautiful color. I am wearing it today. I have 2 highlights on today, but this is one of I used these 2 right up in here and right on the apple of my cheek. So such a beautiful product. It's a shame that so many new highlights have come out, so I decided to take this one out and just work on it a little bit longer. The next item I have is the Too Faced Love Flush blush in the color How Deep Is Your Love. It's a beautiful pink shade. It is also what I'm wearing today. I am wearing almost all of the products that you will see here. It is what I am currently using. I'm going to be doing a monthly shop my stash video where I will show you guys stuff that I'm going to pull out for the month. That video is coming up very shortly, but in the meantime, this is one of the blushes that I have been using on an everyday basis, just because again I want to get use of it. I don't want it to go to waste. It's such a beautiful color. It brings color to, especially for my skin tone. Sometimes a lot of blushes are very hard to pull off or very hard to show on my skin. This one, no problem whatsoever, and it's such a beautiful shade all year long. Next, I'm going to show you one of the things that I have finished. There are some things here that I did finish. Yay! So one of the things that I finished is this NARS primer sample. I have a bunch of primers that I'm trying to go through, and I'm starting off with this one, and I finished it up. I'm super duper excited because although it is tiny, primers take a long time to finish, especially because I don't use a primer every day. I don't wear makeup every day, and it's just I use such a tiny amount of primer that it just takes a long time to go through a whole bottle. So I'm glad when they do like little samples like this. That way we can try them out and see if we like it. And there's always more, and there's always more coming, and there's always newer primers and newer products coming all the time. So I did finish this one out. I would probably not repurchase this. I got it as a sample somewhere. I will not purchase the full size item of this. Not that it's anything bad with it, nothing wrong. It's just nothing wow about it. It didn't have a wow factor for me. Let's continue with something that I have not finished, and it is Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops in the color Moonlight. This is also a little sample, and as you can see, I got through a little bit of it. It's so hard to use liquid highlights, and that's why I included it in my project pan, because it's so hard to go through these items. At least for me, I forget about it sometimes, and sometimes I just have my full face of makeup and I'm like, I should have used it. And most of the time, to be honest, I just forget that I have this little gem here. But it's such a pretty highlight, especially if you're going for like a very natural look. And then just this, it's just beautiful. It looks great on the skin. I have also used it mixed in with foundations, and it does a really good job at making it look really dewy without making it look super duper oily. It's not oily at all. Something that I did finish and I'm super happy is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. I use this in the shade Medium Tawny. The sticker came off. This is one of my favorite drugstore concealers. Super affordable, around $4, and it has about, I think, 5 shades come in this type of concealer. I use the shade Medium Tawny, and it works really good on my NC42 skin tone. I really like that it's full coverage. It's not extremely full coverage, not as much as the Shape Tape, but it comes pretty close. The color match is pretty good, and I have a few other concealers that I want to go through, so I'm glad I finished this one. It took me a while. I've had it for a while and I just didn't want to get rid of it because it's such a good concealer, but I'm glad I finished it, so it'll be in my empties box. Another primer that I have not finished, and honestly I don't know, it's not my favorite primer, and I thought it was gonna be one of my favorite products just because of the way it looks, but it doesn't feel really good on the skin. It's kind of like a silicone-y feel, but I'm still gonna work through it and finish it, or try to finish it. That is the Touche Éclat Blur Primer. Look at how pretty it is. It has like a bunch of little tiny flecks of gold in it, and it's so pretty, but I just don't like the feeling of it. It's supposed to be blurring and illuminating primer. It does a fairly good job at blurring the pores. It doesn't really fill them in completely, and the brightening part, I don't really see much of a brightening. Even when used alone, I don't see much of a brightening, so I don't know what they're talking about that, but it's all right. And as you can see, I've gotten through a little bit of it, just a tiny bit. I need to work on this one a little bit more. We'll see how it ends up being, if I can even finish this, but in the meantime, this is one of the primers that I'm using. The next item is the Airspun powder. I got through a little bit more. Guys, I use this so much. I don't know how it doesn't finish. It's like a never-ending, ever-filling pot of powder. I've had this for so long, and I just honestly want to finish it so I can purchase a different one and invest and try out different powders. I have other powders that I need to go through as well, so just the fact that I'm gonna hopefully be able to finish one of the items is gonna give me so much joy. It's the little things in life that give me joy, and hopefully I can get through this as soon as possible. And it's a good powder. It's affordable, easy to find. It does a good job at keeping me not getting like a oily hot mess. If you haven't tried the Airspun, I do recommend it. I do think it does a good job. You do sometimes, especially if you have a deeper complexion, you might want to use a powder of your skin tone to kind of bake up, either dust away the excess or just to make it match a little bit more. It can look quite ashy if you don't do that, especially on deeper skin tones, but it does a pretty good job. Everybody raves about it, and everybody knows. If you know Patrick Starr, you know this. I don't even gotta tell you, you already know. Another thing that I finished is this foundation. This is the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation. Such a great foundation. I do have a review, a very old review of this up in my channel. I will link it up here, and you will see how long I've loved this foundation for. Such a beautiful, beautiful formula. It's natural looking, kind of dewy almost, but not extremely, not to the point where it's looking super greasy. It can get to super greasy just after you wear it a long time or for many hours. Again, check out the review. But I'm glad I finished it because this was such a deep shade for me that I know that once, like now, it will not match. But I'm glad I finished it before the summer was over, or at least before my tan was gone. And yeah, I really enjoyed this. I would I would definitely repurchase this once I get through my stash of foundations that I have. And if there's not any other ones, I just totally recommend this foundation. If you are of normal to dry skin type, I would recommend it. If you're super duper oily, I probably would not recommend this. And the last item in my project pan this time around is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Dark Tan. I've gotten through some of it. I'm still haven't hit pan. I'm still working on it. I absolutely love this powder. I still have not gotten bored of it. It is what I'm wearing today. It's such a nice color. It complements my skin really nice, and the formula is really nice because it looks like skin. It's not a super powdery formula, and it's not super matte. It works really good with other powders, and it works really good on its own. I totally recommend this. I know MAC can be a little bit pricey, but if you find the right things, you're totally worth it. And investing in a product like a bronzer or something you're going to use on an everyday basis, this is something that I have been reaching for, and I absolutely love it. I definitely would be repurchasing it again if I finish it, but first I need to get through it because I still have some other bronzers that I want to use up. But so far, this one, absolutely love it. I can't wait for me to finish it. It's such a like rewarding feeling, I think, when I finish a product, because it's like I've accomplished something meaningful in life, even though honestly it's just makeup and nothing meaningful about it. But just the fact that I got my money's worth about it for something, it's rewarding for me. Oh, and that is it, guys, for today's project pan update. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up. If you did also enjoy these type of videos, or if you like clean with me videos, if you like talking about keto, or if you like any fashion videos, go ahead and subscribe. I would love to have you be part of this community. I am almost at 100 subscribers, and guess what, babies? There's gonna be a giveaway once I reach 100 subscribers. So looking forward to that. And yeah, thank you guys all so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in a month of December. I'll do an update. That'll be my third update for the project pan, so stay tuned for that. I love you guys. Stay blessed. Bye.